When we speak about the medicine Buddha and its healing powers, we speak about the power of the mind, the power of our mind to become a Buddha's mind. Healing in this regard means to be free from afflictions and ignorance on an individual level and ultimately also on a communal societal level. For this form of healing, we need companions, we need spiritual teachers, we need mentors, and we need Dharma brothers and sisters who work with us together on our common goal to reach ultimate healing, ultimate compassion, and Buddhahood. So I would like to speak about the importance of community of spiritual teachers or elders and of mentors. So teachers and mentors I separate here because not all mentors are teachers. So to be clear what I'm speaking about in regard to community or spiritual teachers and mentors, I refer here to a spiritual community, but it could also be an intended community. And spiritual teachers, spiritual mentors could be the same. So a spiritual teacher could be a mentor. That means the teacher could teach to a crowd, write books, and at the same time also be very attentive and empowering students through direct connection. And a mentor does not necessarily has to be a teacher to a crowd or write books, but is focused directly on students. So important essential for healing are the experience of fulfilling connections, of purpose in life, and to be able to approach our ultimate goal, Buddhahood, to be able to be of greatest benefit with the greatest means. Community teachers or wise elders and mentors are not just essential for our individual health, but they are also essential for our health of society. So now in America and Europe too, we aim for individual freedom versus these old structural limiting family, village, bureaucratic hierarchical structures and dogma and attitudes. And family nowadays are more separated than ever before. So maybe because of choice or because of work commitments or college or other reasons. Sometimes they're apart, far away from each other. And children, grandchildren may randomly see their grandparents, if at all. So whom do we rely upon then? We rely upon ourselves, or we try to rely upon ourselves. Or we distract ourselves from our loneliness, trying to find connection somewhere else. So we rely more on digital means, trying to find digital relationships via social media, or we try to look for a therapist to help with our mental struggles in this condition. So, but what we really yearn for can't be found in the internet, or even not, often not in a therapist. What I think what we really yearn for is really deep connections, is truth, is belonging, is purpose in life. And communal life, community life is essential for that. Why community life, you may ask? Community can provide for all of this and more, for deep connection, for belonging, for purpose, for growth. It gives incredible support for our own personal growth as well as for the society as a whole. I like to look into this reason a little further and start to explore the role of mentors and teachers in it. So, as you know, here at Sravasti Abbey, we have elders or teachers like Venmo Shudrin, Venmo Sangikato, or guest teachers we rely upon. We also have harmonizers and other senior monastics, and then we have mentors. So a mentor could be a harmonizer, but does not have to be a harmonizer. A mentor can be a teacher, but does not have to be a teacher. Mentors are mainly bhikshunis, or if we have bhikshus who have a certain amount of years of training here at Sravasti Abbey, who have experiences in their monastic life. And they are essential, just as essential as our teachers. They provide guidance and help to junior monastics and aspirants to find their innermost potential, to find their role in the community. So every junior monastic or trainees receives as support one mentor, or a group of trainees receives one mentor as support. The mentor's role is not to be a teacher, but the mentor's role is to listen to the student or the mentee and to help them to find their place in the community and to help them to apply the Dharma within themselves. In a strict sense, mentors or elders, teachers, are here to encourage us to awaken our innermost potential, to be able to serve, to give to the community and then to the society as a whole. So teachers and mentors are basically here to listen to what potential each trainee, each mentee has within themselves, what needs to be recognized and acted upon. The mentor is not a teacher, it's rather a mirror. So the mentor recognizes in the mentee their own struggles, their own things that they had to overcome themselves. And the mentee sees in the mentor their own potential. So the mentor helps the mentee, the students, to progress, to grow within the community, to find their role, to find their purpose, and most importantly, to help them how to give. And the community supports that process as well as they wish the mentee to find their place in the community, to support the community. So, for example, in my own case, some weeks ago, we hosted the Vinaya course here for several weeks. And Vernon Jigme said to me that organizing events is my superpower. So I internally rejected that idea first. I don't think I'm that good in it. But then I thought about it again, and I still may not think that I'm such a good event organizer. But I came to the conclusion that indeed I might be good in serving in this specific area, in giving, in nurturing others. When I organize events, what's most importantly for me is to do it with a loving intention. And in that area, I'm able to do that. So then I have the space to actually listen to where everybody is at when I distribute roles, functions, and I want them to feel used, to feel needed and wanted. So I have to be respectful in that regard, and I think that is one of my strengths. And this is what I love doing, and this is what it seems the community loves me doing, doing. So if you want to see it like that, the community, my mentors and teacher allowed me to recognize my superpower within myself. And through their support, I found purpose in this community and even in life. So it's not about just, for example, being an event organizer or writer or photographer or an excellent cook. It's about how we do it or with what kind of motivation we do it. So important is what can you give to the community, not how famous we are, how talented we are, how many tasks we can accomplish, but how we can enrich the community's structure through our love, through our compassion, through wisdom and skills. And most importantly, the best giving is to be able to give oneself. So it's not about us to be known as a writer or fundraiser or photographer or event organizer, but it's about how we can be really of benefit to the community and meanwhile fulfill our own purpose too, to love ourselves and then to love others, to be compassionate and to really deeply connect with others and to serve from that foundation. So this way we can be still individuals within a community or society, but we are not notorious focused on our ego and just thinking about ourselves, what can I get out of this community? So community life is about the experience of an intense human connection, I think, and of belonging that we can't find in many families anymore or in society. But we long so much for it, I think. We long so much for that deep connection that ultimately leads to purpose and meaning in life. We yearn to give as we know that each one here wishes to be needed, wishes to be wanted, acknowledged, and accepted in their innermost potential to give oneself. So, this is, I think, ultimate healing. And we need teachers, mentors, and our Dharma brothers and sisters and that process to be able to accomplish this kind of healing. And a healthy community, too, lives from flourishing community members. So I invite you to keep this bigger picture in mind when we practice the medicine Buddha. And it's not just about us. It's about us and the community and the society as a whole. So learning to be the most beneficial servant to all with the greatest means, the greatest love, compassion, and wisdom and skillful means. Thank you.